Hello. In today's episode, you will discover 10 fascinating facts about beer. Let's get started. Fact number 1, beer ranks third in popularity among all beverages worldwide. Surprisingly, beer is even more popular than coffee. The popularity of beer can be explained by several factors. Firstly, beer offers a wide range of flavors, aromas, and styles, allowing everyone to find a drink to their liking. Secondly, beer is often consumed in social situations and various events such as parties, festivals, sports events, and holidays. It stimulates socializing and creates an atmosphere of entertainment and relaxation. Additionally, beer is often associated with traditions and cultural characteristics of different regions and countries. For example, in Germany, beer has the status of a national holiday and is an integral part of German culture during Oktoberfest. In Belgium, beer is renowned for its variety of styles and traditional production methods. While coffee is also a very common and popular beverage, beer enjoys broader popularity in global culture and is at the center of various social events and traditions. Fact number 2. Why can beer be beneficial for the body and skin? Beer is produced through the fermentation of malt, water, hops, and yeast. Malt contains proteins that are transferred to beer during the fermentation process. Therefore, beer can contain a certain amount of protein, although its concentration may vary depending on the beer style. In addition, beer can contain B-group vitamins such as vitamin B6, riboflavin, vitamin B2, and niacin, vitamin B3. These vitamins are present in malt and can be transferred to beer during production. They play an important role in metabolism and maintaining a healthy nervous system. Beer also contains antioxidants that help combat free radicals in the body. Free radicals can cause cell damage and play a role in the development of various diseases. The antioxidants present in beer help reduce the impact of free radicals and have anti-inflammatory properties. Moreover, some studies suggest that moderate beer consumption can have a favorable impact on the skin. The B-group vitamins present in beer help maintain skin health, and antioxidants can protect against damage caused by the environment. However, it is important to remember that excessive alcohol consumption can have the opposite effect and negatively affect the overall condition of the skin. Therefore, beer, thanks to its protein and vitamin content, as well as its antioxidant properties, can provide some benefits for the body. However, consumption should be moderate and mindful. Fact number 3. The oldest known beer recipe was found in Syria and dates back to around 1800 BCE. This means that beer was being brewed and consumed over 3,800 years ago. The beer recipe was discovered on tablets found in the temple of the god Ninkasi in the ancient city of Nippur, located in modern-day Syria. These tablets contain details about the beer-making process, the ingredients used, and the fermentation methods. According to this ancient recipe, beer was brewed from malt, usually barley, water, and various herbs and spices for aroma and flavor. Yeast, which naturally occurs in the environment, was added to initiate fermentation. Interestingly, the process of brewing beer has remained relatively similar for millennia. While modern brewing technology allows for more precise control of the process and the use of various types of malt, hops, and yeast, the basic principles remain the same. This discovery is evidence that beer has a long and rich history, accompanying humanity for countless generations. Beer has held significant cultural and religious importance, and its production and consumption have been part of social life for many centuries. Fact number 4. In ancient Egypt, beer was used as currency. In ancient Egypt, beer was so valuable and prevalent that it was used as an alternative currency and even paid to workers instead of money. During that time, beer was considered an integral part of ancient Egyptian culture and was a daily beverage for many people. It played an important role in religious and social rituals as well as in everyday life. Workers, including slaves of the pharaohs, received specific portions of beer as payment for their labor. This was because beer was considered a food and drink that provided nutrients such as carbohydrates and vitamins. Thus, beer served as a source of sustenance and motivation for the workers. Beer in ancient Egypt was brewed from malt, wheat, and barley and was available in various styles and flavors. Egyptians used special clay vessels called jars for storing and transporting beer. The use of beer as currency reflects its high value and significance in ancient Egyptian society. It also demonstrates how beer was an important and widespread element of the economy and trade during that time. Fact number 5. Tooth beer. Tooth beer is a unique type of beer produced using yeast extracted from ancient microbial deposits found on archaeological dental remains. This approach to beer production represents a fascinating combination of archaeology, science, and brewing. Researchers and brewers collaborate to extract yeast trapped within dental calculus, which is a hardened substance that can preserve for centuries. By analyzing these deposits, scientists can determine the composition of the ancient microbial community and isolate the yeast strains that were used for beer fermentation in the past. One of the most famous examples of tooth beer is the project Reconstructing Ancient Egyptian Beer, conducted in 2018 as part of an exhibition at the Museum of Antiquities of Egypt in Leiden, Netherlands. Researchers collected samples of dental calculus from archaeological remains of Egyptian pharaohs and isolated yeast strains that were used in their time for beer production. These yeast strains were then used to create a replica of ancient Egyptian beer. However, this beer was not sold commercially and was used as a research demonstration. Fact number 6. Ketchup beer. Ketchup beer is a unique type of beer known for its unusual flavor reminiscent of ketchup. It is brewed using tomato juice, seasonings, and spices that are added during the beer production process. This imparts a distinct aroma and taste to the beverage, differentiating it from traditional beer styles. The concept of creating ketchup beer may seem unconventional, but the world of beer encompasses a wide range of experimental and avant-garde styles, and ketchup beer is one such experiment. It can be an intriguing option for beer enthusiasts looking to try something unconventional and unique. In the process of brewing ketchup beer, tomato juice is used instead of or in combination with regular water, which is the primary ingredient in beer production. Seasonings and spices such as salt, pepper, basil, garlic, or onion are added during boiling or fermentation to create the distinctive ketchup flavor. The end result is a ketchup beer with pronounced tomato and spicy notes blended with the fundamental characteristics of beer taste. Depending on the recipe and spices used, different variations of this unusual beverage can be achieved. It's worth noting that ketchup beer is a rather rare and specialized beer style that may only be available at specific breweries or beer festivals where brewers showcase their experimental varieties. It may appeal to enthusiasts of unusual and avant-garde beer styles, as well as those seeking to try something new and remarkable in the world of beer. Fact number 7. Beer runners in Denmark. In Denmark, there is a unique association called Beer Runners, the Beer Runners, that organizes and conducts running events involving beer. This unusual gathering brings together running enthusiasts and beer lovers, offering them a unique experience combining physical activity with enjoying their favorite beverage. Instead of traditional cups of water typically provided to participants during races, beer runners receive cups of beer. During the run, they can make stops at designated service points where beer is poured for them to enjoy before continuing their run. These runs combine physical exercise, social interactions, and a beer-centric cultural experience. They can take place in urban environments as well as natural trails, allowing participants to enjoy the scenery and landmarks along the way. Beer runners come together to maintain an active lifestyle, savor beer, and spend time with like-minded individuals. The runs are often organized as non-competitive events, where participants can complete a specific distance at their own pace while enjoying beer and the atmosphere of the event. Such beer runs represent a unique and fun gathering that unites people with a shared interest in running and beer, allowing them to enjoy both aspects and create unforgettable memories. Fact number 8. The strongest beer. The title for the strongest beer collection belongs to the Swedish brand Brewmeister. They released a beer called Sancta Bismarck, which was known as the strongest beer in the world. Sancta Bismarck was introduced in 2010 and named after the legendary German battleship Bismarck, which served in World War II. At the time, this beer was considered the strongest in the world, boasting an astonishing 41% alcohol by volume. The production process of Cinq de Bismarck involved multiple distillations and freezing to remove water and increase the alcohol concentration. Various types of malt, hops, and yeast were used to achieve a specific taste and aroma. Brewmeister didn't stop there and later released an even stronger beer called The End of History, which contained 55% alcohol. This beer was notable not only for its strength, but also for its unique packaging featuring taxidermied animals, including squirrels and stoats. Both Cinq de Bismarck and The End of History represent experimental and exclusive editions designed for beer connoisseurs and collectors. They have become iconic in the beer industry, sparking numerous discussions and debates about the limits of brewing and innovative approaches to beer production. Fact number 9. The Great Beer Flood. The event known as the Great Beer Flood or the Great London Beer Flood took place on October 17, 1814, in London, England. It was an unusual and tragic incident involving the spillage of a massive amount of beer, which led to unfortunate consequences. On that day, a defect was noticed in one of the large brewing vats at the Moo & Company brewery. The vat was enormous, capable of holding around 610,000 liters of beer. The defect caused the vat's wall to rupture, and a tremendous quantity of beer began rapidly flowing through the streets of the district of St. Giles. As a result of the accident, approximately 1.5 million liters of beer flooded the surrounding areas, creating streams of beer in the streets. This caused panic and chaos among the local residents who encountered an unexpected torrent of beer. The beer flood claimed the lives of 8 people, including several brewery workers and some passers-by. In addition to the tragedy and loss of life, the Great Beer Flood also caused significant destruction in the vicinity. Buildings were damaged, numerous shops and houses were destroyed, and the streets were flooded with beer. The event became the subject of wide discussion and elicited mixed reactions from society. On one hand, it became the target of jokes and anecdotes since a beer spillage was an unusual and peculiar occurrence. On the other hand, the tragic aspect of the event could not be ignored. Following the Great Beer Flood, investigations and legal inquiries were conducted to determine the causes of the accident and establish liability. The brewery owners were ultimately absolved of responsibility as the event was deemed an extraordinary and unforeseeable incident. Fact number 10. Beer shampoo? In 1955, a British brewer named Alfred Smith came up with a remarkable use for old beer that had lost its freshness and was no longer suitable for drinking. He developed a special beer-based shaving shampoo. Smith's idea was to utilize these remnants of beer to create a unique product that could be used for shaving and beard care. He collected the old beer, strained it, and added some natural ingredients to create an effective and pleasantly scented shaving product. Alfred Smith's beer-based shaving shampoo gained recognition for its uniqueness and natural properties. Beer contains barley and hops, which are rich in proteins, vitamins, and antioxidants that are beneficial for the skin and hair. These components can help moisturize the skin, soften the beard, and create a smoother and more comfortable shaving surface. Beer-based shaving shampoo became popular among men, especially among those who prefer natural and eco-friendly grooming products. It was an unconventional use of beer that attracted attention and generated interest among consumers. While Alfred Smith's product did not become widely distributed or widely known, it left its mark in history and showcased the unusual and creative application of beer in men's skincare. Thank you for watching. We hope our short and informative videos have left you inspired and enriched your knowledge. See you in the next videos, and remember, every piece of knowledge is important for your growth. See you soon.